Today on the PC Engine Files, we're going to be talking a little bit about Japanese culture, starting with what they call Taiga drama. I'm your host, Mr. MegaManFan, and a Taiga drama is what NHK calls their annual, year-long historical drama TV series broadcast in Japan. NHK is known to gaijin like me as the Japan Broadcasting Corporation, and a comparable equivalent to them would be the British Broadcasting Corporation, or BBC. They're both funded the same way. You pay for a television license, and then they're broadcast over the air to everybody living in the country who has a television. They are funded solely through those licensing fees. So they have an obligation to provide educational and historical content to meet the government requirements of being a government broadcaster, and Taiga dramas are one of those things. And one of the famous Taiga dramas that they aired is called Taiheki, and it came out in 1991, and this video game is based on both that TV show and the 1958 novel that the show was based on, called Shihan Taiheki by the author Eiji Yoshikawa. If you're not already confused, I've got bad news for you, because the well only gets deeper here, because that novel is based on actual historical events, because Taiheki is the Chronicle of Great Peace, a Japanese historical epic that was written in the late 14th century, covering the period in Japanese history from 1319 to 1367. That period of time is referred to by historians as Nanbokucho, a time of war between the northern court of Ashikaga Tokuji and the southern court of Emperor Go-Daigo in Yoshino. So this is, I guess you would say, the equivalent of a Civil War historical drama reenactment that you might see airing on public television in the United States, like Ken Burns' Civil War. That's the best I can explain this to you. But unfortunately, what I can't explain to you is the actual gameplay of NHK's Taiga drama Taiheki. Well, that's not entirely true. I can tell you it's a turn-based combat tactical game where you move units around in hexagonal grids, and then those units fight each other. You take your losses, the other side takes their losses, then you regroup and try to advance and conquer the other side. Which makes sense if it's based on a historical period where two sides were at war. That's great for a turn-based strategy game with movement of units and tactical battles. But sadly, due to it being in Japanese and me being even less fluent in the Japanese language than I am in the Japanese culture, I can't figure out how to play this without an English language patch. I got this far into the game and I got stuck. Whatever this symbol is telling me to do, I can't do it. I can't backtrack from this screen. I can't move forward from this screen. If this is a unit, I can't place it on the screen, and I can't move it to any other part of the screen, and I just end up mashing every button. The run button, the select button, the one button, the two button. No button is getting me anywhere. And this depresses me, because Taiheki Taiga drama seems like a fascinating game with a really good soundtrack and an intriguing basis for a video game from a historical period that would be fun to explore in this form. I am definitely not immune to the appeal of those kind of games. Koei's games come to mind when I talk about this topic. Titles like Nobunaga's Ambition. If you like Japanese historical games, then I am absolutely positive that the NHK Taiga drama Taiheki would be right up your alley. But without a patch, I'm stuck. So sadly, all I can tell you to do is enjoy the soundtrack as this video winds to a close. I'm Mr. MegaManFan saying this is a great game, and sadly I can't play it, or at least it appears that it would be a great game if I could. Like, share, comment, you know all the things that you can do to help the channel. And hey, if you want a game that I can actually play, go watch another episode of the PC Engine Files, because there are plenty more out there, and plenty more to come. I'm Mr. MegaManFan, and again, thank you for watching.